Lego games, one thing they are notorious for is the boss battles. And I mean there has been lots, and I mean lots and lots and lots of boss battles over the years. Too many. From fighting Darth Vader to Davy Jones to Voldemort to Galactus to the Joker and a giant crab. And literally the only thing that the giant crab does is throw you. It should have been a lobster. Oh god. Oh, I need to stop. But whenever there is good, there's always bad. So I'm pretty sure you know what that means. It's time to look at the top 10 worst boss battles in Lego games. Also, if you haven't seen the top 10 best boss battles, I definitely recommend checking it out. Anyway, I think you know how it goes. You can say it with me. Cue the music. So, hello there guys. I'm RuggedEagle and I do lots of Lego content on my channel. So if you do like what you see, please feel free to subscribe. It is up to you, but I do highly recommend. And a like would be greatly appreciated if you do go to enjoy though. Anyway, let's get into the rules and regulations. So the rules, they're very simple. If the boss battle is crap, it makes the list. No, but all seriousness though, we're going to be looking at why that boss battle is not enjoyable. It could be down to the boss battle's design and layout, and when you hit them and they just jump away. Oh, you're meant to be a boss, not a coward. Also, when I'm fighting a boss, I do quite like to be challenged. I don't mind them being easy, as long as they're enjoyable. It all depends. And also, when I'm compiling my list, I like to differentiate it up a little bit and pull in lots of boss battles from all sorts of Lego games, because I could easily, trust me, fill this list up with vehicle mission boss battles. Woo, they're a different story. Anyway, now that you know the rules and so do... No, I'm not going to say it again. Let's get down on it. No, I need to stop. So, coming in at number 10 on the list, and by the way, these are in no particular order, is from Lego Batman 1, the video game, the Harley Quinn boss fight from the level Little Fun at the Big Top. And let me just begin by saying one thing. How many backflips can this woman do? It's ridiculous. So in summary, this entire boss battle, you're literally playing a game of Ring of Roses with Harley Quinn. You're just running around in a circle endlessly. I'm not even joking you. This footage is sped up. And once you've carried on chasing her round and around and around and around, she eventually stops and gets tired, and then you hit her and she jumps away and you do the same thing over and over again. And then to spice things up, they start spawning in a few henchmen, whoopee-doo, but it's still Ring of Roses nevertheless. And that's one thing I really do love about the Lego Batman games. A lot of the Lego Batman game boss battles are absolutely fantastic, and this one, it's pretty decent until you realise you got to keep doing it over and over again. Once you've done it once, you've done it. I have to praise one thing though, I quite like the background scenery and the setting. Well, that's about it. But yeah, it's not that bad. You might enjoy running around in a circle over and over again, but me, I'm not a massive fan of running in a circle. But for example, compare it to the Killer Croc boss fight, or the Man-Bat boss fight, or the Two-Face and Riddler, or Mr. Freeze. Mind you, Mr. Freeze can get pretty infuriating when he keeps freezing you. But yeah, out of the Lego Batman games, I definitely think this is the weakest boss fight, so that's why it lands on the list. So next up on our list at number 9 is from Lego Harry Potter Years 1 to 4, and it's a book. Yes. A book. I mean, I pretty much think it explains itself. The boss battle is literally a book, but I do have to praise them. They were pretty creative on the level. So to quickly summarise, the entire boss battle, you basically got to run away from the book and not let it bite your feet. You got to jump on the bed and you basically have to use your spells on the paintings to pull stuff out the paintings to basically distract the book so you can jump on it. That is the boss battle. But like I said earlier, this really didn't actually need to be a boss battle. I thought they went really creative on the level. They could have just as simply put this in the cutscene, but they added a boss battle, so I have to praise them for that. I mean, yeah, it is a unique boss fight, let's give it that. And next time, TT Games, I think you need to buck up. But no, I'm joking. I thought TT Games were really creative and they just added a boss battle where they didn't need to be a boss battle, which is a bonus. But all you do is just cast spells on the paintings, and that pretty much is the boss battle. So it's nothing special, but I do praise them for being quite creative. So coming in at number 8 is a vehicle mission boss battle. I know, you're already dreading it, and it's from LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga, the Zamwessel boss battle. So let me just begin by saying, even before you get onto the boss battle, you gotta go for this horrible vehicle mission of chasing Zamwessel through the streets of Coruscant. She traps you in these energy fields, and you gotta use torpedoes. It's a nightmare. And I don't know if it's just me, but surely not. I absolutely despise that cutscene where Zamwessel shoots and activates the ray shield. I hate that's the only praise you're getting. So that's why it has to make the list. The boss battle is literally done in ABC 1, 2, 3. It's done. So yeah, ABC as easy as 1, 2, 3. That's the boss battle. I really need to stop. I'm sorry if I'm cringing you out. But I'm gonna be totally honest, I'm actually super excited to see how they're gonna capture this one in the Skywalker Saga. I bet it'd be absolutely stunning going through the streets of Coruscant. I mean, at the end of the day, we're golden as long as it doesn't have that cutscene. So next up at number 7 is a boss battle from LEGO Indiana Jones 2, and seriously, I could have put the entire game on this spot. But having to decide out of the entire game, I went with the Temple of Doom boss battle, the Mola Ram final boss. So before we get onto that boss, can I just mention, LEGO Indiana Jones 2 has a massive weird obsession with making every final boss this massive gigantuous boss. I don't know what their obsession is with it. And I actually really enjoy LEGO Indiana Jones 2. I thought it was a really fun LEGO game, and the boss battles, I don't mind them. I just don't get what their obsession is with these giant bosses. I guess they tried to change it up from the original LEGO Indiana Jones game, which is fair enough. And just before we move on, one thing I absolutely love about LEGO Indiana Jones 2 is the cutscene before the final boss battle in the Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's class. Oh my, the LEGO Indiana Jones disco music, it's a masterpiece. Right, well, the boss battle, going a little bit off track there. So let's just begin by ignoring the fact that this never actually happened in Temple of Doom. So all you have to do is basically throw water bottles at the big creature, crawl inside of it as short round, boot Mola Ram off, and basically use Indy to remove its limbs. But yeah, I'm not saying it's an awful boss battle and it's absolutely terrible to play through. It's not, it's pretty easy to go through and it is kind of enjoyable. I really enjoy LEGO Indy 2, but it has to make it for one of the worst boss battles. Same with a lot of LEGO Indy 2's boss battles. I mean, there's a lot. Except from the ant one. I really like the giant ant one. I mean, look at the one from The Last Crusade. In LEGO Indy 1, when he drinks it, he full on bashes his head against the desk. And in LEGO Indy 2, I mean, what does he even turn into? Anyway, let's just forget about that. I don't even know what it is. Coming in at number 6 is from LEGO Star Wars 3 The Clone Wars, the Zillo Beast. So the Zillo Beast looks absolutely wicked. It really does. I love it when it just throws all the tanks at you and you got to avoid it. But the boss battle, it doesn't actually have all too much to it. But I will admit one thing, when I was younger, this was the only boss battle I got stuck on. I just couldn't figure out how you got the RX-200 tank. I couldn't figure it out. So when I was younger, even though there was a tip at the bottom telling you to spawn in the RX-200 tank, I couldn't figure out how you spawned it in until I realised you had to go to the far left-hand corner to pretty much spawn in. That's all I had to do when I was younger, and I got stuck on it for ages. And I'm not per se saying that the Zillo Beast is an absolute awful boss battle, it's just not got much to it. Like I said, once you've finally spawned in the RX-200 tanks, all you pretty much do is destroy the golden plating on the Zillo Beast by literally pointing your laser at it. That is pretty much it. But then again, it is a pretty unique boss battle. I really love how they captured the Zillo Beast. I love it especially when he throws the tanks and all the studs are just dropping everywhere. When you have a stud multiplayer, this level is golden. Now, once you've finally figured out how you spawn in them RX-200 tanks, it's literally a walk in the park. All you have to do is point your laser at it and it's done. To say it's the final boss battle and final level in LEGO Star Wars 3 The Clone Wars, I thought there would have been a little bit more. Anyway, coming on to halfway through the top 10 list, and like I said, they're in no particular order. At number 5 is from LEGO DC Supervillains, the Poison Ivy boss battle. Now I don't know if it's just me, but whenever I've been playing through a LEGO DC game, I've never been a massive fan of the Poison Ivy boss battles. And this is no exception in LEGO DC Supervillains. LEGO DC Supervillains is one of my favourite LEGO games, easily top 5, but the Poison Ivy boss battle, it just doesn't do it for me. So the boss battle, it kind of plays out more of a level than a boss battle. Literally the entire boss battle, all you do is just throw throwables at Poison Ivy. That is pretty much it from a boss battle standalone view. So I think the best thing for me out of this boss battle were the henchmen. They were kind of like these weird, unique mushroom people and people riding on crocodiles. Yeah, people riding on crocodiles, that's the best thing. And after playing through LEGO DC Supervillains, going through all the great boss battles, I think some of them are absolutely phenomenal and some of the best boss battles in LEGO games. And you just get to the Poison Ivy boss battle, it's nothing really special. You might enjoy it, but it's not for me. Oh, here we go again. Wait for it. I think I'm gonna leave that one alone. Oh, God. Yeah, you want to know the truth? I like the bad puns. Just deal with them, please. So next up at number 4 is a really strange one, because I'm going to be putting an entire LEGO game on number 4, and that is LEGO Harry Potter Years 5 to 7. Let me explain why. So in LEGO Harry Potter Years 5 to 7, all the boss battles are literally the same, because it uses the same dueling mode. So that's not me saying I do not like the dueling mode, because I really do enjoy the dueling mode, but I think you can see where I'm coming from. It doesn't matter who you're dueling, you could be dueling Draco Malfoy, Professor Snape, Bellatrix Lestrange, Voldemort, and they're all the same. Mind you though, there is one exception. The final level of the Order of the Phoenix, when you're at the Ministry of Magic, that Voldemort boss battle is a little bit different, and I really enjoyed it because it was unique and different in that game, and I wanted more boss battles like that, but they just kept using the dueling mode over and over again. Now, like I said, I don't mind it, and when I was playing through the game, it didn't really bother me, but looking at it in terms of top 10 worst boss battles, I think I have to put the entire game on there, because all the bosses are pretty much the same. I think you know where I'm coming from. So now moving on to the final 3 on our list, and coming in at number 3 is from LEGO Star Wars The Force Awakens, the final Kylo Ren boss battle.
We're not done yet.
And I think I have to say it falls under the same category as the Zillo Beast from LEGO Star Wars 3 The Clone Wars. This is the final level and the final boss battle, well technically the final level in the main story, but nonetheless, it just isn't that amazing. It's just a load of quick time events, and I thought it could have been better. So yeah, no joke, this entire boss battle is literally just button mashing. That is pretty much all it is, and for a final boss battle, yeah, you're just mashing a button. Now, if I want to look at it in terms of level design, I do quite like how they split up the characters. It's really cool how you switch between them and they're both in different scenarios, and if you're playing couch co-op, it will be a really fun co-op level. But I did say in the beginning of the video, I also will take in a part of the level if it is to do with the boss battle, but I really don't think it is to do with the boss battle. This boss battle is just pretty much button mashing.
Yes! Yes! That's it!
Mind you, it does have one of the most funniest LEGO voice lines in there where Kylo Ren says, "I could just walk over and pick it up." I found that hilarious.
I could just walk over and pick it up.
But nonetheless though, like I said, nothing actually special for the final boss battle in The Force Awakens. So coming in at number 2 is our first boss battle from a LEGO Marvel game, and it comes from LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2, the MODOK boss battle. So let me just say, I absolutely love the theme of this boss battle. It's based on a western kind of boss battle. You're in a saloon fighting MODOK, there's lots of henchmen coming in, but the actual boss battle itself, it is just a little bit bland. I do love the theme going on, the saloon music in the background. I think it's a fun theme. And overall, the level is pretty strong. After you finish the MODOK boss battle, we'll get onto more of that later, you go on to the next part of the level where you're on a train as Star-Lord, and it's a really good level. So literally MODOK in this boss battle, he literally is the prime example of boss battles in LEGO games where they jump away. He just keeps jumping away around the saloon. It gets pretty frustrating to get him and deal damage to him. Lots of henchmen are coming in, which I don't mind because I like being in the saloon, so it's kind of like a bar fight. And the characters selected in this boss battle, they're pretty pretty fun. You've got the Western Captain America and the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a really cool combination. That's why I really dig LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. It's quite a strange one, and it definitely pulls a lot out of the comics. And to really understand where I'm coming from, you'll have to go back and replay the level again, because MODOK, he is really frustrating. He's got kind of annoying voice lines. He's always jumping around shooting lasers at you. He's always putting himself in a shield. Just a coward. It's a really annoying boss battle. Now, this is really strange for me to say, because this is one of my most favourite levels in LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2, mainly because of the Western theme and the train section. I love that bit. So now the moment you've all been waiting for. Coming in at number 1 is from LEGO Pirates of the Caribbean, the Crab boss battle, along with the Jack the Monkey boss battle. I wanted to put both on number 1. Yeah, so the Crab boss battle, literally the crab has 2 hearts and all it does is throw you. Like I said, it should have been a lobster. And literally all you do is just throw coconuts at it and you're done. I can't believe it is classed as a boss battle, but yeah, it has to make the list. And the other boss battle is Captain Barbossa's monkey. Yes, a monkey. It's literally Jack the Monkey, and this is a prime example of the boss running away from you. Mind you, you can't expect a monkey to fight you really, unless it's a gorilla or something. Mind you, at least it's not LEGO Indiana Jones 2, because if this were LEGO Indiana Jones 2, the monkey would turn into some gigantuous ape and just crush the ship. Yeah, and I have to look at this in terms of a boss battle because it technically is a boss. But if you want to look at it in terms of a level, it's a really fun level. You're just chasing after this monkey, the soundtrack in the background. It's great, but as a boss battle, you know what I'm saying? It's just a monkey that runs away from you. It has to come on the list though. But yeah, I won't really go as far to say this boss battle drove me bananas. Huh? Yeah, I'm gonna stop. That has been the top 10 list. I hope you went to enjoy today's video, and if you do like my content, please feel free to subscribe. It is up to you, and please go to drop a like if you did go to enjoy. And wait, just before you go, please go into the comments down below and let me know which your worst boss battle is, and please let me know a memory on why you think it is the worst. Did you get stuck in it? Was it just frustrating? Please let me know down below. At the end of the day, LEGO games are fantastic, but what was your worst boss battle? Anyway, thank you for watching today's video. I hope you all have a fantastic week. And if you want to check out some of my other videos, there's a link at the end of this video. Or you can go on to my channel. It's up to you. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. And I'll see you all in a bit. Adios.